She stopped and put her finger in my face and yelled, "I've done more for victims than you ever will." Then I said to her some few choice words I cannot repeat.
Said in the question.
I don't want to sit here. I don't want to sit here.
You're outraged about Muslims killing us on 9/11.
Ms. Coulter, please stop. Please stop. If you're going to talk about race, at least know what you're talking about.
Over the years, The View has been the epicenter of dramatic, controversial, and explosive moments. Its panel of strong personalities often invites heated debates, but some guests have taken it upon themselves to turn the tables. From political clashes to personal feuds, these moments highlight just how intense things can get on daytime television. Here's a deep dive into 9 instances when the show's hosts faced unexpected backlash from their guests.
The criticism has been in the African-American community that Donald Trump doesn't really care about the community, and in fact, he's just using you as optics.
First of all, no one uses me. No one uses me.
If you can't handle the heat, The View is not the place for you. Let's explore 10 unforgettable moments when guests clapped back at the show's fiery hosts.
There was no discussion about me being on the Supreme Court. And I think that's what he means by fake news. It's on the front page of a New York City, one of the biggest newspapers. Look, I've been a judge. I was an elected county judge. I mean, I love it. It's not the most exciting job in the world, but no.
Okay.
Jeanine Pirro's blow-up with Whoopi Goldberg. Judge Jeanine Pirro's appearance on The View took a dramatic turn when she accused Whoopi Goldberg of having Trump derangement syndrome. Goldberg fired back, listing her grievances with Trump's policies and rhetoric.
Here's my question for you, because you talk about.
I am not, Judge.
Nobody is.
Oh, yeah.
Did you just point at me?
Yeah.
Listen, I don't have Trump derangement. Let me tell you what I have.
Okay.
I have I'm tired of people starting a conversation with Mexicans or liars and rapists. I'm tired of people starting a conversation about this country. Listen, I'm 62 years old. There have been a lot of people in office that I didn't agree with, but I have never, ever seen anything like this. I've never seen anybody whip up such hate. I've never seen anybody be so dismissive.
The argument quickly escalated, with Goldberg tearing up her notes and declaring she was done. Pirro later claimed she was verbally attacked backstage, a claim Goldberg vehemently denied. This fiery exchange remains one of the most talked about moments in the show's history.
That's what you said. You said,
but you know what's horrible?
that
when people who
it's
shouldn't
okay.
be here end up murdering the children of American citizens.
You know what's horrible? When the president of the United States whips up people to beat the hell out of people.
Donald Trump stirs the pot.
Let's say that you do decide in the spring, right? And your ideas resonate so much. On the other hand, you know, we saw Newt Gingrich apologizing for his marriages and divorces. You've had 3 marriages, 2 sort of uncomfortable divorces. Do you think
not really. They were very comfortable.
Long before he became the 45th president of the United States, Donald Trump made an infamous appearance on The View. He brought up his long-standing conspiracy theory, questioning Barack Obama's citizenship, a topic that immediately caused tempers to flare.
OPEC, which is, I mean, they're having a field day right now. How about the Arab League? They say, we want you to go in and attack Libya. These are the wealthiest countries in the world. Why aren't they paying us?
Okay, so then they changed their minds. But you didn't answer my question.
No, I did answer your question. I really think people, I think maybe 10 years ago it would have mattered, 5 years ago. The fact is, I think people want somebody now that's going to protect them and protect this country, because we're not going to be a great country for long if we keep going the way we're going right now.
Whoopi Goldberg, clearly fed up, called his claims the biggest pile of dog mess, while the rest of the panel jumped in to challenge Trump's assertions. Despite the heated exchange, the interview ended on an oddly amicable note, with Trump and Barbara Walters sharing a friendly hug. This moment remains a prime example of the chaos that can ensue when politics enters the conversation. Kathy Griffin versus Elizabeth Hasselbeck.
But cut the crap, Barbara. Come on, let's get to the good stuff. Let's go. Come on, yesterday was was a big day here.
I have a few other things to say.
Sorry, I'm excited. I'm excited.
I have a few other things to take, feud. I thought you wanted feud.
I would love it if Barbara would punch me in the face and I'd be on all the shows tomorrow. Come on, give it to me.
That is a desperate
Please.
Comedian Kathy Griffin's sharp humor is her trademark, but not everyone appreciates her style, especially Elizabeth Hasselbeck. When Griffin appeared on The View, Hasselbeck confronted her about past jokes made at her expense.
But anyway, Barbara, we apologize to you in the West Coast.
Is this a fight? Is this a horrible fight?
Constantly apologizing for joy. I really don't want to rehash yesterday. You know what?
I do. It's fine.
I know you do.
It was fun. I watched it on TiVo over and over.
Would you like to be on the show again?
Oh! She brought out the big guns.
Come on, hit me for the picture. Come on, Babs, hit me for the picture.
You know,
Fast forwarded right through him.
What?
Rather than backing down, Griffin leaned into the tension, relishing in the uncomfortable atmosphere. The comedian even joked that she thrives in awkward moments, much to Hasselbeck's frustration. This clash highlighted Griffin's ability to defuse criticism with humor, leaving the hosts momentarily at a loss for words.
Did you see the fight with Rosie and Elizabeth yesterday? Oh my God.
Progressives, people have it more long term.
Did you see that fight with Rosie and Elizabeth yesterday?
That gave her heartburn.
we did, yeah, we did.
So anyway, what happens is long term, if people have it over and over and over again,
beating a dead horse to...
Kate Gosselin gets schooled by Whoopi Goldberg.
Well, this is breaking damn news.
Congratulations.
Now, Kate, I know you wanted to address in the In Touch cover story that just hit newsstands, where a babysitter claims that she slept with your husband, and a claim he says is not true. So you wanted to address that, I'm told.
Well, it's just, I guess it's the article of the week, and basically my only comment on that is, if you're asking for my comments, is, I mean, just based on the behavior of the last several months, am I surprised? No.
Reality star Kate Gosselin's co-hosting stint on The View turned into a grilling session when she opened up about her custody battle with her ex-husband, John. Whoopi Goldberg wasted no time pointing out Gosselin's legal missteps, bluntly stating that she was lucky not to have been jailed for violating custody agreements.
So just because I am so lame on all of this, you went to your house and saw a babysitter and didn't like her? I don't know the story.
Oh, well, the story was, it was John's custody, and obviously I wasn't supposed to be there, which is understandable. I learned that he had asked this babysitter to come over. He was not going to be home. And it started out very friendly. I called him and I said, if you're not going to be home, can I come home and be with the kids? I mean, I don't care if he's not going to be there. I'd rather be there. And it turned into this big thing. No, it's my custody day.
But he had a plan.
But the thing was, it wasn't meant to turn out, and he omitted a lot of the facts. I mean,
Goldberg's unfiltered critique left Gosselin visibly flustered as she struggled to justify her actions. This moment showcased Goldberg's no-nonsense approach to heated discussions, proving once again why she's a force to be reckoned with on the panel.
Turn with the kids.
Turn with the kids, and he hired someone. Was it someone that you knew and you knew you didn't like, or how did what happened?
It was this girl that's in this article, and it was, I had never met her. I still have never met her.
Right.
Sarah Huckabee Sanders versus Joy Behar. As White House press secretary during Donald Trump's presidency, Sarah Huckabee Sanders was no stranger to defending her boss's controversial statements. When she appeared on The View, things got tense as Joy Behar accused the Trump administration of perpetuating lies. The conversation grew increasingly heated, with Whoopi Goldberg joining in to challenge Sanders on Trump's past claims. Despite her efforts to stay composed, Sanders found herself cornered by the host's relentless questioning. The segment highlighted the high stakes of political interviews on The View. Nene Leakes versus everyone.
I'm gonna sue your ass.
Really?
Yes.
Really? What you gonna get, girl?
Really? What do you think? This is the housewife show?
All she gonna get is those rings. I'm telling you that.
That's it. That's it.
But Candace.
Hi, I know. So Nene and I did Dancing with the Stars together. We were on the same season. And I got to meet your husband, Greg.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about marriage. Now, you remarried your ex-husband, Greg, about 2 years ago.
Yes, I did.
And is it safe to say that marriage is better the second time around?
Love is better the second time around. I don't know what Oprah and them were talking about.
Hello?
Nene Leakes appeared on The View to discuss her Broadway debut, but the conversation quickly turned sour. Instead of focusing on her theatrical accomplishments, the host steered the conversation toward her personal life, including her marriage and her controversial friendship with Donald Trump.
Wait, move over.
But why did you get divorced in the first place?
Well, honey, I had to teach him a lesson. Sometimes you have to do that kind of thing.
What kind of lesson?
A lot of them.
Oh, yeah? For example?
Well, listen, look at Joy trying to dig for example.
Yeah, for example. What lesson did he get?
Well, to never cross me in the wrong way. How about that?
The tension in the room was palpable, as Nene seemed visibly uncomfortable. After the show, she vented her frustrations online, labeling the hosts as a group of judgmental mean girls. Whoopi Goldberg later suggested she return to smooth things over, but it was clear the damage had been done. Nene's appearance serves as a reminder that not all celebrity interviews go as planned on The View.
And you? Yes, of course. Imagine all of you girls coming at one person at a table. You know what I'm saying, Ray? Remember they all come at you before?
Yeah, imagine that.
It's not.
Imagine that.
You know, I can handle myself, Whoopi. You know me. I can handle myself.
Yeah.
But it's not cool. It's not fair for everybody to come at you at once and everybody trying to make you appear to be something that you're not.
Ann Coulter sparks outrage.
The OJ verdict, white America said that's it, the white guilt bank is shut down, and that ended up being the best thing that ever happened to black Americans.
What are you talking about?
I meant that no longer...
Being acquitted was good for who?
Yes, because you had millions of white people watching with the equivalent of what in New York we used to refer to as the Brooklyn juries, who simply would not convict even guilty black criminals.
Conservative commentator Ann Coulter is no stranger to controversy, and her appearance on The View was no exception. Coulter's claims about white guilt and its alleged impact on criminal justice sparked immediate backlash from Whoopi Goldberg.
Not innocent black
Hold up,
criminals.
Miss Coulter. Please stop. Please stop. If you're going to talk about race, at least know what you're talking about. At least know what you're talking about. Well, tell me how much you know about being black.
Well, this isn't
And
about
black,
being black.
Well, but you just said you just made all these statements about how black people feel. Tell me how you know that. Yeah, you did.
Goldberg, visibly frustrated, accused Coulter of ignorance and dismissed her arguments as uninformed. The discussion quickly devolved into a shouting match, with Coulter struggling to defend her position against the panel's united front.
Once, for years, Republican policies on crime and welfare, for example, were called racist. When they finally got implemented, after the OJ verdict, I might add, by crime Giuliani in New York, Reagan and Bush judges overall, tens of thousands of black lives were saved. That is a fact. I don't have to know about being black, but I know because
your facts are just a little shaky. I mean, you're saying that because black people, because liberals are what? Because liberals have abandoned black people now?
Glenn Beck faces the heat.
I think you said something against the Republicans.
No, she didn't.
And we didn't? Somebody else. And it was, it was all of them. And that's where America needs to be.
I usually don't give my opinion. I did say something about the Republicans. It was
Right.
It was me.
the American people are, I think, done with the left-right thing. We're done with the Democrats and Republicans. We can see that both of them, some of them are good, some of them are bad, both of them lie to us. It's time for people just to deal straight and just do the right thing for the country.
Glenn Beck, known for his polarizing political commentary, walked into The View's studio already on edge. Claiming he was nervous to appear on the show, Beck had every reason to feel uneasy. Throughout 2 segments, he was grilled by both Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar on his opinions, his tendency to cry on air, and his credibility as a journalist.
That's true, but I didn't hear statements like that when Bush was in office. I never heard.
Watch my show.
No, I didn't.
The last 2 years, that's pretty much all we heard, no?
It was, bowing down to Bush for those 8 years. So now all of a sudden we're going to have a fair attacks.
In 2004, I was on the radio saying, get away from these Republicans. They are lying to you. They are not shooting straight with you.
I mean, I do agree with you.
The exchange escalated when Goldberg allegedly called him a lying sack of dog mess, an insult that quickly became the talk of the internet. While Beck managed to survive the interrogation, it was clear that he wasn't prepared for the relentless pushback from the hosts.
I think everybody should, take the opportunity. We've had this discussion where, sometimes you're going to have to say some stuff that's not going to be popular, that's not going to get you reelected, but that's what needs to happen. But, it seems that we're all walking this very fine line of trying to please. It's all seeming to become entertainment. Do you know what I mean? It's all become entertainment. So I don't know if that's going to happen.
What you cry, and that's one of your trademarks, and you get very passionate and so forth.
Omarosa Manigault Newman faces the music.
And now she's working for him again as assistant to the. No, you never heard that, Omarosa?
Not super villain.
Oh, just villain.
Like
okay.
TV. That's a big screen stuff.
Now she's
like
working as the director of communications for the Office of Public Liaison. Please welcome Omarosa.
Omarosa Manigault Newman's loyalty to Donald Trump made her a polarizing figure, especially among The View hosts. Her 2017 appearance was marked by sharp exchanges with Joy Behar, who criticized Trump's treatment of veterans and people with disabilities.
That Donald Trump doesn't really understand the black community, doesn't really...
Well, let's put it in context.
Let me finish my question.
Well, how many questions? Because that's about 3 or 4.
The criticism has been that he's just using you for optics and that he doesn't really care about the black community.
First one, and then we can go through each step. First of all, African Americans traditionally vote Democratic. Let's just establish a historical precedent. They vote for the Democrat. 94, 95%. So that's no different. But Donald Trump got 13% of the African-American vote. He doubled what Romney got. And he is very, very excited about engaging with the African-American community.
The following year, after her fallout with Trump, Omarosa returned to the show and admitted he had coached her on how to handle Behar. This revelation only fueled the drama, as Behar gleefully pointed out the irony of Omarosa's reversal.
Donald Trump doesn't really care about the community, and in fact, he's just using you as optics.
First of all, no one uses me. No one uses me. First and foremost, let me just tell you a little bit about myself, and then you can understand how I got where I am. I grew up in Youngstown, Ohio, in the...
Bill O'Reilly walks into the fire.
There's the president going, well, they were right to do it.
Yes,
and then the guy says, and then the
this is America.
Hold it. Listen to me, because you'll learn. All right? Thank you. So he says to the press, yeah, they have a right to do it, and that's true. Yeah. And then the question is, but what about the wisdom of it, Mr. President? And he goes, I'm not going to comment. Whereupon everybody in the country goes, what?
When political commentator Bill O'Reilly criticized the construction of a mosque near Ground Zero, he ignited one of The View's most explosive moments. Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar, outraged by his comments, walked off the stage in protest.
Wait a minute, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. So you're saying that Americans are not smart enough to recognize that while it is part of our Constitution to say the freedom of religion and freedom to worship, and there were 70 families who are Muslim who also died in that building. Yeah. So you're saying that that his saying that they have the right to do it and not saying any more than that is why his approval rating has gone down?
I'm showing that there is a gulf between Americans wanted to know what his opinion was on the issue. And
Barbara Walters criticized their decision to leave, but allowed them to return and confront O'Reilly. The segment ended with a tense apology from O'Reilly, but the damage had already been done.
Is it inappropriate when 70 families died?
Muslims killed us on 9/11.
Oh my God! That is.
Muslims didn't kill us on 9/11? Is that what you're saying?
Excuse me, extremists.
What religion were they in?
What religion was Mr. McVeigh? Mr. McVeigh was an extremist as well, and he killed people.
70% of the country.
I don't want to sit here. I don't want to sit here.
You're outraged about Muslims killing us on 9/11.
Did you know that The View thrives on sparking debates that sometimes ignite into fiery showdowns? Which of these moments surprised or intrigued you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments. And remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more honest and engaging conversations.